I recently did a short video on the topic of submission, and I'm doing a redo for that video. I want to elaborate it further and give y'all more depth of what I mean, because I was recently asked about the meaning of submission and what it meant towards me because of my role in my man's world. Now, I believe at first it comes with the feminine mind state of what I do in my role as a housewife, but you have to realize also that it comes with necessary actions. Now, if we take a look at the definition in general of submission, the action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will or authority of another person. The similarity that they have below is as an agreement. Now, the example that they put in this definition is it being forced into submission. Modern women can take that as a way of slavery or punishment when it comes to a relationship. But does submission really mean that? When women want a provider and leader, they notice that it is the main factors of a man. So why would submission be considered demeaning or a punishment? Leaders in general are a superior role for who they govern. They have authority over their followers, following and ruling over whoever is under them. In other words, the yielding to this power is the people. So when women mention leadership is what they are looking for in a man, do they even understand what they are asking for with this form of governing? To submit to a leader who is the provider for who he governs. Modern women are approached by men who ask, what will they receive in return for this provision? Yet when submission is mentioned, the idea of it becomes more like a disciplinary action, or without the ability for them to even form an opinion in discussion. Now, since the definition itself speaks on the yielding to a superior force, they don't even see men as being the superior gender. So of course it's a term that they don't take lightly. So why would men be leaders or providers for anyone at all if they're not the full governor? You have to come to the agreement that the other has superior role for them to be the leader for the relationship. It's not hard to submit to laws we have in place for order in our society, or rules and requirements within a job position y'all have acquired, yet modern women to tear from it in a relationship. Who says that doing so will prevent you from any input within the relationship? You know, I lived in my position for 8 years and looked at the term to not be degrading at all. You know, I was just asked and I fully followed. So I believe that this is what all men do when it's brought up in conversation, when they want to know if the position you are looking for him to be in comes with you being the subordinate, and wants you to agree with that. Being that our society itself lacks motherhood and fatherless homes, a lot of our modern women are just confused to what it takes for a relationship to work. They had no example in their household. They have no understanding of the submissiveness role, because our history, entertainment, and lonely women on social media tells them so, to not be this way. They don't even know that asking a man for this traditional role comes with being the subordinate. They were taught to be against men, compete for superiority, yet desires the role in the men still. What truly even concerns me that being submissive doesn't seem to be a problem in a sexual way, as it's natural for us women to want men to have full control into the bedroom and dominate in such ways. So why is it a no-go zone when it comes to creating a relationship that actually works? Modern women desire relationships but have no idea of their role in them. The femininity is lacking, the superiority complex is in place with them, and no woman truly wants to understand what submission is. So I will tell you, submission is the action to yield to men, along with the cooperation and servitude needed for y'all to take the direction of the relationship to marriage. What we do to be submissive is by cooperating with our men, serving a purpose for their design. Submission is a feminine character and subordination and cooperation, along with the servitude you provide for him. Servitude is a standard, a basic standard to have as a woman. Cooperation is a major necessity. Y'all need to be able to cooperate. And femininity has always been the natural desire that men had. They honestly make up what we were designed to be as women. and understanding that it makes the term of submission greater than this societal's perception. There is nobility in honoring the man's desire and supporting his destiny. There is power in the feminine mindset of virtue and morale. There is beauty in the youthful, helpful presence of purity. It is our gender role. So how do you become submissive? Will be the next question I guess I will receive from anyone who really cares. With a feminine mindset of being and understanding that you are the subordinate to the man. The act of servitude, which you're able to do for him, and the cooperative aspects to have in any decision that the man makes. These actions are clear-cut signs that you're willing to follow a leader within him, that you are ready for his guidance, his leadership, his provision. They are necessary for any woman who wants the traditional role of men in marriage. Let men be the teacher and leaders they were naturally designed for, and become the feminine subordinate he needs for y'all to prosper. But enough of what I think. What do y'all think on submission? Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button. Don't forget to share with all who wants to know what submission really is and asks this question. Support me on all my social medias in the description box below. And as always, I truly thank you all for watching.